Welcome to week 3. So, this is the third week of Peaceful Warrior, and to be brutally honest, it's sort of the struggle. Um, I guess, the first 1 or 2 weeks, I guess it's sort of like, since it's all new concepts, it's sort of easy to, like, take a grip and, sort of be like, oh, these are all new, really cool concepts. Then week 3 is sort of where I'm falling into is, how is this gonna brutally affect my life? And I think like the problem is I'm getting like a little bit scared of all these major changes, and I'm not entirely, I don't know, confident about it because I don't know, it's just like a lot of new information to take in, and yeah, it's a bit scary because you go your whole life living sort of, literally you feel like you're living under a rock and you don't really know anything, and then people show you like all this meditation and stuff, and you know like all these new concepts and ideas, and it hits you pretty hard. But I'm actually not really pretty confident, but pretty reassured that I want to sort of bring this into other parts of my life and to sort of like keep this whole thing going on. So, with that being said, meditation this week has been a little bit more difficult because, you know, of sort of these first time experiences. Um, Applying a lot of it to my life. I mean, I've noticed that sort of how Reggie Ray is talking about bringing this sort of like positive energy to your life. I've been trying to do that, and a lot of the things that our teacher, Mr. Squires, he's been saying. You know, one thing that I sort of noticed is you sort of want to bring this positive energy to your life, and it seems that I've gotten so much of my life without this positive energy that I actually, for one time, because of this immersion, want to bring it to my life. Mostly because I'm just tired of being really negative, and I notice I find myself, blaming my problems on other people, or I find myself, you know, making up stuff, lightly used term, but I mean, I just sort of want to live, I guess, this sort of, not really a pure life, but an actually legitimate life, because it seems a lot of the time that we're all just like lying to our own selves. But are we actually being, you know, true? We all say we're being true, but it doesn't. It turns out that we're lying to ourselves. And I guess I'm really just tired of lying to myself. And you know, I just I just actually want to be able to, I guess, live a legitimate life. Something that, you know, that I can be accepting towards. I want to be accepting towards who I am, and I think that's and yeah, I think that's why it's been mostly the third week's been pretty struggling, because a lot of things are starting to uncover that I've never really thought about, and pretty difficult to uncover. And now it comes to the point where actually, if I want to apply it to my life, I have to apply it. Because if I'm not going to apply it now, then when am I going to apply it? So, I mean, yeah, it's mildly the struggle. I've mildly the struggle, but I have used I have used a lot of the methods already in conversations. I had a friend who was depressed, and I, you know, just told him, why always worry about the past? Why do we always worry about the future? Why not just think about here and now? You're sad, so why don't we change that? You know, I mean, we all sort of get stuck up in like these past and future type ideas and thoughts and actions and futures and jazz. Yeah, I mean, we forget what's actually going on, and I've started to notice that, and I can see it in people now. You see people, worrying about these stupid future and past crap that you shouldn't really care about, and that's sort of what I've been seeing. And I realize that I've probably gone through a lot of my life so far complaining about either the past or the future. I can't do something. In reality, I just tell myself that I can't do it. And I start to believe it. And so, I mean, week three's been, it's a bit of a hard hitter. Because it's not really about, all this physical stuff or, you know, it ain't so much about talking as much as actually affecting and doing. And I mean, we can talk about these things, but it's one thing, I guess, to talk about it than for it to actually affect you. And that's where it's starting to come in for week three. Is, for me at least, it's starting to affect me. So, week four, final week, should be pretty interesting. Especially after first 3 weeks, 3 weeks being a hard hitter, the third week being a hard hitter. First 2 weeks, really cool because it's all new stuff, and then third week I still really like it because it's teaching me how to be a better person, how to live a better life. For me to stop complaining about all these stupid things, and sort of how a lot of us get lost in ourselves, and it's more about being an actual human being than being sort of this egomaniac that we don't realize. So fourth week's coming up. I'm gonna be sad that it's the last week, but it should be something to look forward to. So until then,